This plant here was potted only in sphagomoss and perlite. Um, Last year in March, I think. That's what I wrote on the tag. Don't know. Let me get rid of the stuff, and then we will see how many live roots we have. We do have a lot of roots, but are they all alive? Don't know. So I took off the gloves because with this one, there are a lot of dead roots, and it's so hard to touch whether the root is firm or not firm with the gloves on. So, but this one is soft and soggy. Somehow the plant with a pure sphagomoss was obviously too much moisture. A lot of dead roots. I'll just go ahead and remove the dead roots. It's a lot of work, and that's why I hate repotting miltoniopsis. So this is what I'm left with. Still a lot of roots, but I'm not too sure. I guess there's still some dead roots among them, but I'm too lazy to remove them all. It just takes too long. And again, the firmer roots are on this side, obviously from this new growth. But what I was surprised to see is that we have some firmer roots with fresh new root tips here, and it looked like it came from the older pseudobulb, which wouldn't make much sense because older pseudobulbs don't put out new roots. But then if you follow the roots, it's tricky here. You follow the roots and you see it's actually that the root came all the way from here, actually from this new growth here that didn't put out any flower spike, unfortunately, but it put out another new growth. So the root came from down there, and then made its way through here. That's why we see new roots here. So the root is not coming from the old pseudobulb. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually, this will be quite hard to pot because as you can see, we have a new growth here, and then there's a tiny new growth here from the latest pseudobulb. As you can see, the roots have a hard time getting down already. So what we might consider is we just cut the rhizome here, and make two plants out of it. But honestly, I don't have that much space. And I'll just go ahead, pot it up, and then put some sphagomoss in between. Okay guys, I decided elsewise. It's going to be hard to pot this up without cutting the rhizome. So I decided to cut the rhizome here at this spot. I think it should be there. And then put it back together in one pot. But so that I have enough space, saving space, putting two parts of the plants in the same pot. So let's see if I can cut it. I've sterilized my cutter with a lighter. That's why it's so dark. And there we go. Just try to get the roots out and not to break anything. It's really hard. So finally I got the roots apart. It was really a pain in the ass. I guess I will have to seal this with cinnamon, and then I shall pot it up in one pot like so, maybe, so that they're all the same level. So this is cinnamon. And let's see. Some people on the internet, they said that you shouldn't be touching the new root tips with cinnamon, otherwise it will seal it off, dry it out, so the root tip is gone then. So I'm trying to be really careful here, but it's not quite easy to be really careful. And then this part. I'm using the same pot. I don't have another pot. I think it should be fine. But this time I really do have to watch out where I put the new growth, because there is not much space left in this pot. So I hope that the older pseudobulbs, I hope these are the older pseudobulbs, and I hope they keep their way of growing to this side of the pot and not grow all over the place. That is, if I didn't kill the plant this time with cutting the rhizome. And I'm trying to pot this up like that. I know I have to bury parts of the older pseudobulb, but then I didn't want to cut this pseudobulb off just in order to get this a little bit lower. Let's see how we do. All right, there we are. This was definitely one of the least fun repots I have done recently, but I think the result is okay now. So the two new growth here and here are on this side of the pot, and the older parts are on this side. I didn't add much sphagnum moss here because it's old. I don't know, what sense would it make? And I'd rather have it drier here with the older pseudobulb than too wet, so it's not rotting away. And yeah, the new growth is here. The roots are covered with sphagnum moss. Same here, the new growth, and it's covered with sphagnum moss. Well, let's see if this plant survives my repot and the cutting of the rhizome. I'll keep you updated. Bye.